Guys, Delu Laguna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante. Arsenal versus Manchester City, the player ratings. For those who don't know, we've lost 3-1, as I no doubt you all know. Now, poor performance. Pre-game, you heard Ramsey, Theo, Bellerin, Wenger, all the XYZ just talking like, yeah, we can match City for playing wise. We believe in our quality. We can go toe-to-toe. The best way to defend is to attack. All of this crap, all of this talking stuff, all of this stuff, this charade that Arsenal are on stuff. But when we get onto the pitch, it's a different thing. Man are hiding like mice and quiet like mice and just looking at people and rather than playing onto the ref and all this sort of nonsense. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Czech can't get no higher than a 4. I give him a 4 because he made a couple decent saves to keep the scoreline down. You remember the one against Gab Jesus before he scored? But other than that, he did nothing else, man. He could have told Jack or whoever it was to step out. Czech is your multiple Premier League winner. You're someone that was world-class, you're an experienced individual. You know these are games that make the difference in a season. You know what is going to happen in these games. You know there's fine margins. So with that in mind, you need to be better with your overall performance. I don't think his distribution was good enough today. City are aggressive out of possession. 4, 5, 6 shirts at times surround you. So your distribution needs to be better. You're putting people under pressure. You're hitting it long in positions that Alexis isn't going to win it. He's not the biggest in the air. You got to hit it in behind. Just overall poorness, man. He was putting his centre-halves under a lot of pressure as well. So he can't get no higher than a 4 out of 10. And he gets a 4, not a 3 because of them saves. I can't let that go unnoticed. I don't care what no one says. I give Koscielny a 7. It's hard to defend when everybody else is crap and you can only defend by yourself. But he swept up. He was involved in the first. His standards did drop at times like everybody else, and his concentration was lost at times. But he made a couple of number of crunching tackles, cleared it for us a couple of times. Just that normal Koscielny stuff, man. So I give him a 7 out of 10. Monreal, he's been a consistent performer. You guys know I'm a harsh critic of Monreal. I give him credit, he's been playing well, but I don't believe, honestly, a Premier League team that wants to win the Premier League cannot be playing him at centre half, nor can they be playing Mertesacker. Fortunately, he didn't play today. But yeah, 3 out of 10. Caught in possession along with Ramsey, Bellerin, Xhaka, Ozil at times, Alexis. Caught square passes, hospital balls into nowhere. Just nonsense. I give him a 3 out of 10. He conceded the penalty as well. Just not one, you're not following your man, you're not concentrated for 1. 2, there's no need to commit the foul. I get it, you need to put him off, but you're a very street smart defender, Monreal. Well, you're not street smart, you're more street smart than the rest, and you get away with a lot, and you're able to con refs. I expect better, and especially someone that's been in good form. Credit where it's due, you've been in good form, but today you was dead. 3 out of 10. Bellerin, I give him a 3 out of 10. End product really needs to improve. You're getting into positions and it's frustrating me. If you're not over hitting crosses, you're under hitting crosses, or you're just going backwards. Like, it's poor. It is very poor. And to a degree, if you weren't Spanish or something like that, maybe our fans would be getting at you a bit more. I love you and I believe you're a good footballer, but you need to improve. I really got a lot of time for Bellerin, but performances like this makes it hard for me to defend you. Again, like Koscielny, it's hard to defend when man don't want to help you, and man don't want to help you follow runners and double up and these things. So I've got sympathy for you. But you could have personally switched on a bit more. Runners were getting in behind. Sane didn't have the best of games, but he was getting into a lot of space. I thought you could have been braver in possession. I thought you could have made an option on the overlap a bit more, considering the energy and the pace and the damn right engine you have. 3 out of 10. Xhaka, 3 out of 10, dead. Nothing else to say on that. Ramsey, 3 out of 10, dead. Nothing else to say on him. Yes, he got the assist, but he was poor against Everton. He was poor. I can't remember the Swansea game, but yeah, he's been poor for a minute now, and I haven't been happy. 2 wasteful. Ramsey's 2. Like Xhaka, they both wasteful in possession today. You're away from home in a big game. You know the midfield battle is one that you got to be up for, and I was just poor from both, man. Just pretenders. Yes, Ramsey got an assist, and so on that basis, he could get a 4 out of 10. But I weren't impressed, man. Probably the worst pivot in the Premier League, to be honest with you. We made a big case of signing a central midfield player. Wenger obviously has a lot of faith in these two, but I can't understand how they're playing. Maitland-Niles and Wilshere have to be knocking on the door based on performances like this. So both of them get a Jack and Ramsey, for those if I lost track then through the waffling. 3 out of 10. Kozlesny actually his poorest game in an Arsenal shirt. 4 out of 10. Moves were breaking down because of him. He was getting caught in possession. He was committing some fouls. Just overall, the poorest game I've seen from Kozlesny, actually. I know did he play against Liverpool? Because if he did, he was a bit shaky in that. But poorest game. And he's someone that's been on his job this season. Someone that's been a welcome addition. And someone that's been a good left back. And I got a lot of time for the tank. Did I say Kozlesniak? Kolasinac. I hope I've said his name right. Kozlesniak. Whatever one, guys. Pronunciation, please leave me alone. So yeah, man, 4 out of 10 for him. It weren't his best of game. It weren't the best of games from Kolasinac. So yeah, man. Who else is there? Coquelin, 4 out of 10. Now, why? No, do you know what? 3 out of 10. I was gonna give him a 4 because his passing was atrocious, positional play was atrocious, stepping out of defense was atrocious. He was atrocious today. But the one thing he seemed to get right today was his slide tackles and his last ditch challenges and saving us. He did do that. But on top of that, but I've already said the things that he's been on top of that he's been playing poor. The tackles were mistimed, the passing was mistimed, the stepping out and stepping in was mistimed. Yes, he's not a central defender or a halfback, the Busquets sort of thing floating between the two lines. But he was poor today, and you didn't show any competency. So 3 out of 10, you could have got a 4. But I'm getting angry thinking about your performance. So 3 out of 10. Mesut Ozil, 3 out of 10 as well. He tried, done his passing thing, but he was missing like the rest of them. 3 out of 10. Alexis Sanchez lost track of how many times he lost the ball that game. 3 out of 10. He was probably picturing in that playing at that stadium in January/next season, and picturing all the lovely passes Kevin and David Silva and Bernardo Silva, Sterling and Sane, all them man there that can hitting them A1 passes. He was poor. Couple incidences he played alright and he could have scored on another day. But 3 out of 10, man. Alexis, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. His focus didn't look there. I know ultimately if you want to leave, man, just go, man. Just go in January. This is why I said decision needs to have been made in July to avoid this, pardon my language, this same old shit that is Arsenal. But it happened. So yeah, Iwobi 3 out of 10. Now Iwobi, you played well against Chelsea. You wanted your spot back in the first team. You had your chance, and initially you played well. You was tracking your runner. You was involved. Granted, you was even involved in our goal. But your standards in the second half, when Iwobi gets tired, his standards drop. Times he's just not running. I was actually amazed you stayed on the pitch as long as you actually did, because I was thinking surely this guy needs to get hooked for Theo or something. And me saying bring on Theo says something. I got a lot of time for Iwobi like Bellerin, but poor, man, just woeful, ultimately woeful. The highest rating player is actually the 2 subs. Well, there's 3 subs, but 2 out of 2 subs. I'll give it 8 to Lacazette. He came on, he was lively, he put himself about, he even made a tactical foul. He scored as well to get us back in the game at a point. So I'll give him an 8. I'll give Wilshere an 8 out of 10 purely because he came onto the pitch and did what other midfielders cannot do and failed, apart from Ozil, and failed to do throughout the whole game. Pass a bloody ball forward, find someone into space, change up the variety of passes, whether it's short or whether it's long, drive forward, successfully drive forward, not play square passes, show some damn right competence on the ball in the middle of the park. So Wilshere gets an 8, like Lacazette. Giroud, I give him a 3. Like, what did he do when he came on? He was missing. Yes, it's hard to get into the groove of things when you come off the bench, but Giroud's been woeful. Couple games now. And these are the sort of things that are not going to get you your spot back. I know you probably still get picked for France in the World Cup squad, but with the strikers they have, and they've got players in form, Kylian and Fekir and Martial's got called back into the side, and Griezmann's always a favoured player. He's not in form, but he's a favoured player. You've got to have concerns for your spot, so you need to fix up. But that's my player ratings, guys. They're all woeful. Guys, to Lou Lagoon, I'm signing out. Get in the comments, subscribe, do the rest of it. I'm out.